growth of MSME sector depends on the availability of finance, appropriate technology, skilled manpower, and marketing. These are the four very, very important factors, especially for MSME. Among all of these, finance is playing a vital importance in the growth of this sector. You may be aware that almost two-thirds of India's micro, small and medium enterprise do not have any access to banks or financial institutions, making their business vulnerable. A recent study by SOCHM shows that only about 33% of the country's MSME have access to banks or institutional financing channels. In the absence of adequate credit, majority of MSME depend on financing through personal channels, through own financing or relatives and friends. Although to encourage greater bank-led financing, the RBI has increased its focus on this sector through directed lending policies, such as priority sector lending norms, but still the financing gap has widened due to a big demand-supply constraints. The gap is being widened because most of banks are hesitant in providing credit to small units because they feel that these firms are non-transparent in their financial aspect and financial conditions. The reason could be that some of the entrepreneurs may not be able to grasp their financial conditions and situation very well, which results into this kind of a situation. The report of the committee to examine the financial architecture of the MSME sector set up by the Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance also indicated that MSME are also facing the problem of delayed payments from their customers. And this adversely impacts their working capital as well as their next cycle of production, which affects their ability to service the existing debt also. Another important issue identified by the committee was the utilization of available credit guarantee and insurance schemes by banks has been very low than the potential what it exists today. This is due to the capacity constraint and conditions that limit eligibility and operational issues. Therefore, there is an urgent need to strengthen and streamline the credit guarantee system, in the absence of which smaller units would continue to suffer neglect in assessing much needed credit for both inception as well as for their expansion. There is also a need to spread awareness about formal financing opportunities within the MSME sector to grow their credit exposure, limit risks, and seek better spread by developing and implementing sector-specific policies. To keep the information flowing to the MSME sector of the states and also to provide hand-holding support, we at FTAPCCI felt a need to have a full-fledged MSME facilitation service center which catered to the need of this sector. It is also proposed that initially expert group for each area with 2 or more members will be attending to the needs of the entrepreneurs. A formal launch of these services will take place in a couple of months. I like to take this opportunity to request the officials of the bankers, state and central government and other institutions to assist us by enrolling as expert group member. We really hope that this initiative will definitely fill the gap between the MSME and lending organizations. Lastly, I'll request the participants to have detailed interaction with the senior officials or bankers who will be present during the course of the day. There are going to be many technical sessions. and as well as tomorrow we'll have exhibitions also. There are stalls, bankers will be here. Please take full advantage. This is a very, very good opportunity for all of us, and also interact, ask questions, and solve all your doubts. We have been interacting on this issue with Shri Pradeep Chandraji for last 2-3 years, several years, and I can assure you that the government in the industry department and finance department in Telangana as well as Andhra Pradesh, they are very, very supportive. We should come forward, interact with them, tell our problems, also suggest some solutions, and I think this can be worked out, our problem of financing. So with these words, I once again thank all the dignitaries and officials from the government and speakers who have traveled from out of state, from Mumbai and other places, and consented to our request to address and participate in this seminar. Welcome you all once again. Thank you very much.